Relax. If you guys have been on the internet for the last month and a half at least, you guys will know that a lot of people have found a newfound venture in diving into the fan culture inside of the United States. Plenty of people traveling into the United States in light of the World Cup and enjoying themselves, going crazy, showing us Americans what it's actually like to turn up properly and shut down bars and pubs all over the country. Yeah, because obviously the quality of our beer is not good enough to sustain a huge population of very enthusiastic fans. I personally have been loving it because for as much dumb stuff as myself and many other Americans have been doing all over the world, it's refreshing to get kind of a positive look into the United States and stuff and actually have something to be proud of. But as always, with the good, there's always the bad as well. And that is exactly what this video is about, because as a lot of the Scottish fans were celebrating, having a good old time, there had to be an American Karen that tried shutting down their shenanigans. And it was actually hilarious how everybody handled it. The internet got together and cumulatively packed this man up. And we're gonna be checking this out today. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. What has been your favorite aspect of this entire World Cup fiasco? Whether it be the Europeans traveling into the United States and having all these different culture shocks, or other cultures from other continents traveling in to the United States and also having their culture shocks as well. And the Americans finally realizing that there's a world outside of the United States, because that to me was a big move in the right direction. It's almost like we're waking up out of the little rock that we've been sleeping under for most of our lives. But as most of you guys know, we're chasing 1 million subscribers. So if you guys are new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And for all of you, definitely hit that like button.
My fucking town. I ain't going anywhere.
Let's break it down. This Karen was having a particularly bad day. He showed up with a baseball cap and his blacked out shades, as most Karens do. It's kind of a signature move at this point. And what I thought was very interesting is no one else around him was wearing sunglasses, so it couldn't have been that sunny in that shaded area when he went to go approach all the fans enjoying themselves and having a good time. First of all, it's high noon. Everybody's gonna be out. Everybody's gonna be making a lot of noise. But what was very interesting to me is a statement he made that a lot of Americans tend to make. And it's very cringe.
This is my town. You go.
Mine as in me singular, you know? What? That's insane. That's insane. He's like, you guys need to stop making that noise.
This is my fucking town.
Like he's the ruler, the king, and the end all be all of what should and shouldn't happen in the United States. That's not how this works. But unfortunately, there are a lot of people with this man's mentality. But I loved how the crowd was like, ugh, what the heck? And they booed him. They were celebrating. They obviously caught wind of his diabolical attitude. And they're like, boo, gross, ew, puta. Rotten tomatoes, throw the rotten tomatoes. I'm like, this is actually crazy. First of all, what did he expect to get out of this altercation? And I don't even think the dude was drunk. That's the crazy thing. I don't think he was inebriated at all. Maybe he was. I don't know. I didn't see him drink before, during, or after this altercation, but it seemed like he was just genuinely jaded. He wanted to walk around and puff up his chest and show off his American pride or whatever, but in the most nasty way possible.
This is my fucking town.
And I'm like, dude, relax. Okay, relax. Again, if you guys encountered some idiocracy like we just witnessed here, what would you do in response to this? Because A, you could ignore him, but clearly he wasn't giving the individual that he was yelling at the opportunity to ignore him, because he was like maybe 2 centimeters from this man's face, which immediately would have ended in a fight in most cases. He tried to do the whole intimidation thing and yell and let everybody know that he owns this town and you can't ever, make noise and celebrate, even though literally the World Cup is happening. I'm not sure if he was clocking that. And as we can see here, you have this Karen with a cone on his head. This is a signature move from the Scots. Are they called the Tartan Army? Tartan? Because I'm genuinely confused. Is the Tartan Army like Scotland, or, and I'm also not pronouncing this right, by the way, so back me up in the comments, because I did see, like, every time I saw the traffic cone things on people's heads and they're wearing like obviously like their colors and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's the Tartan Army, and I'm like, oh, That's cool. But I could have it wrong. All I know is this is a signature move, and I still want to understand what the background is behind the cone on the head. I was gonna go through the comments and look specifically for the answer to that question that I made 2 videos ago, but I didn't really see too many responses to that. Of course, I could have just been blind to the responses because there were a lot of interesting responses for other questions I had in previous videos. So I can understand that. But if you guys can let me know specifically, what's the whole cone on the head thing mean? Let me know. Glasgow kiss. A bit cheeky, aren't we? Again, I love the vibes and stuff of all the fans from all over the world and whatnot coming into the United States and having a good time and enjoying themselves despite the chaos that is around a lot of us right now. It's a very interesting time. I ain't going anywhere. Then proceeds to walk off.
I ain't going anywhere.
He claims, I'm not going anywhere, and then takes a double take of everybody around him and proceeds to walk off. Sir, what are you doing? Who are you fooling? What's happening here? I'm very confused because, again, I'm pretty sure everybody else was like, I think once he saw the crowd's response to his shenanigans, he was embarrassed and his immediate reaction was to retreat because obviously what he was saying was not landing with anybody. Fanny, the dude absolutely was a dickhead. Stop this fun right now. Yeah. That's not going to happen. This guy is absolutely insane. I forgot to read the caption, but you guys already read the caption and stuff. Clearly here, what we see in the caption that highlighted exactly what was happening so people had some context, and I forgot to go over that, was Scotland fans celebrating during football tournament in Boston. One local resident looks fed up with the happy noise and atmosphere. Scotland has been fun since they arrived. So the person filming clearly appreciated all the Scottish fans and sees this massive unit of a Karen come up and try to shut everything down because somebody pissed in his Cheerios. But hey, people weren't having it. And I'm glad people kept celebrating and doing their thing and ignoring this absolute troglodyte. I wouldn't be surprised if this dude is, maybe a Orange Man supporter. I don't know. That whole entity behaves the very same way. They feel like they own everything. They feel like they're very authoritative and they have copious amounts of power that they actually don't have. And they're incredibly annoying. Has someone informed him that it's the World Cup? I don't think he's informed at all. I mean, he was trying to inform everybody that
It's my fucking town.
and that people needed to listen to him and that
I ain't going anywhere.
But after his display of a strong sense of stupidity and a lack of brain cells, matter of fact, I feel like his last brain cell was fighting for its life. No, I don't think anybody informed him. And if they did, I think he ignored it. Then you got this Family Guy meme right here. I ain't going anywhere. Walking off. Isn't that ironic? I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right back. Folks have bad days. Give him a hug and tell him it'll be okay. That would have been funnier too. If as he's getting in the guy's face and yelling, everybody surrounds him and starts hugging him. And then one person takes a cone and puts it on his head. Then they obviously have this fucking hilarious meme of Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? Laying into somebody. That's literally what his vibe was. He got mad close to dude's face and just, this is my town. Where's your name, sir? Where's your name? You reside here. Where's your name? Where are the documents that say you own this area? Okay. Obviously, the dude was just trying to assert dominance in the most unsuccessful way possible, and he made himself look like a fucking fool. It's his home. Be more considerate. Yeah, guys, everybody should have been more considerate. You know, he was obviously in his little feelings and stuff, and he was feeling very passionately about the lack of American patriotism in the area. He saw way too many flags that were not the American flag, and it was very overwhelming for him. So please, if you ever see him, rub his belly and pat him on the head, give him a kiss on the cheek and tell him it'll be okay. In the UK, we call this the fun police. Man, his job must be rough, especially around these times because the World Cup has everybody having loads and loads of fun. I feel like he'll have to suffer from an early retirement if he works himself too hard after this because he clocked in early and people were not having it. This guy doesn't realize yet he's gonna have to put up with English and Scottish fans for the weekend. Obviously, this video is older. It was a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, and nothing short of entertaining, to say the least. Obviously, the fans went crazy. We already reacted to a lot of the fans drinking up all the bars and pubs and stuff, and, you know, the city of Boston running out of beer, and they're like, oh my God, we're gonna have to import more beer and stuff to sustain the fandoms and whatnot. It was truly remarkable. He's literally the only one I've seen have any sort of beef with us being here. One out of a few million has to be some kind of record. Absolutely, because most of us Americans are very inviting with everybody coming in. We're like, yo, come on. They call it like the family reunion we never knew we needed to have. So many people from all over the world coming in, and it's like, you know, our cousins coming to visit and stuff, and having a good time and showing us what fun really is, right? Now, obviously, we know how to have fun and turn up despite the chaos that happens in the United States, but having fun on this level and expanding our cultural mindset that hasn't been tapped into in a long time, as far as like having people come in from different countries and stuff, temporarily visiting and showing us their culture and hyping us up and things like that. It's been incredible. So many people have been learning new things. Tons of people now want to travel and explore other parts of the world because of this World Cup. I think it's a net positive, but we have always, at least, there's got to be one troglodyte. There's got to be one. And in this case, it's Mr. Karen with the shades here. So shouts out to him for being a spectacle, because we needed that in times like this. I mean, what more could we ask for than additional entertainment?
I ain't going anywhere.
Okay, this AI stuff getting out of pocket. It says, I work these corners. You're taking my regulars away to party. That's exactly the vibe it was given. Someone said Boston's Ronnie Pickering. I have no idea who Ronnie Pickering is. Let me do a really quick Google search. Ronnie Pickering is a man who went viral 10 years because of his road rage. His viral video to date has 20 million views and counting, and is considered one of the classic internet memes. Oh, really? We gotta check this out. You guys have probably already seen it, but I haven't.
Who? Ronnie Pickering. Who? Ronnie Pickering.
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, me.
What a blissful ray of sunshine. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. How would you guys have responded if this happened to you? What would you have said back? What would you have done? Would you have chimed in if you saw him do this to somebody that you knew, like a friend or family member and stuff? If so, would you have jumped in and added to the insult and be like, hey, what are you doing, dude? Da 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 da. And also, what's been your favorite part of this whole World Cup fiasco? I'm going to keep asking that until the World Cup is over, because there are still tons of positive vibes all over this thing. And of course, you have onesies, twosies that are trying to ruin it for everybody else, but this failed miserably. In fact, I think it brought people even closer together.
I ain't going anywhere.